Hey everyone, this video is going to show you how to create those smart views and shortcuts in your Blackboard class. What smart views do is allow you to easily see your grade center by class period rather than by all your classes in a merged class. First, in order to do that, you're going to have to make groups. And so you come down to users and groups and you select groups. And I like to create by doing a group set manual enroll. Let's say these are my 2021 classes for this year so that I know whenever I do a course copy next year that this isn't the group set that I want for the following year. So I don't have to write anything about it. I'm going to say no, not visible to students. And I'm going to come down and I'm going to say, yes, I want to create smart views for each group in this set. Now your number of groups will be your class period. So if you have 5 classes, if you have 3 classes you teach, whatever. Just for today, because I want to make this video quick, I'm going to do 2 groups, so 2 class periods, so to speak. And then I'm going to select submit. And so right here, I'm going to change this to period 1. And this one I'm going to change to period 2. And then what I want to do is I want to add users. So to my period 1 class, I'm just going to add a couple people in, and I can select whoever I want. If I select by last name, it puts them in alphabetical order, my students, and then I can just go right down my roster and select who I want to select. All right, so I've selected 5 people. I've stuck them in here. And now I'm going to go to my period 2 class, get out my roster. So now I can double check my users. If I ever need to delete anybody out, I just come back to this page and I can delete them. And if I want to add more people in as students are moving in and out of my class periods, I can add them right there. So now I'm going to select submit. Now remember, when I created the group, I selected add smart view, but if you forgot to check that box, which is very easy to do, you can always come right back here and you can see I know my group set because it's 2021 classes in my period 1 and period 2. And you can come over here and you can create a smart view for that group. I don't need to click it this time because I've already done that. So how do I know that that took? So if I come back to Grade Center and I go to my full Grade Center, I can come up here to Manage and go to Smart Views. From Smart Views, I can see that I have my 2021 classes here. So what I notice when I come into these smart views are being named the group 2021 classes, and since I had 2 groups, it's class 1 and class 2. But to make these easily identifiable for me, I want to actually just rename this as my period 1, and I can double check that this is associated with my period 1 class right down here, and I'm going to select submit, and I'm going to come to my other one real quick. And I'm going to say this is my period 2. And I know that it's associated with my period 2 group, so I'm going to select submit. So now I have my period 1 and period 2. And if I click on one, I can double check that this is only those kids that I selected, okay? That it is not both classes that I selected, that it is not all my merged classes together. But what I want to do is come back to these smart views and I want to create shortcuts. So right now I have to go through Grade Center, get all my merged classes together, okay? See, look at all this. This is everybody that's in the class, all right? But I want to do it by class period, so I have to come to Manage and I have to come to Smart View. Well, to avoid all those clicks, I actually want to create shortcuts, and I'm going to select period 1 and period 2 shortcut, and I'm going to say Add to Favorites. And what that does is it actually puts my period 1 and period 2 smart view right over here in my Grade Center. So let's pretend I went out of this and I'm ready to grade something. I come to Grade Center and I just want to select period 1. And so instead of all of those students showing up, see, I don't even have the scroll bar over here anymore. These are all the kids I put in my first period. Same thing here with period 2, a different set of the kids, everybody I put into my second period. I hope that helps you, just saves you a little bit of time, just a nice little feature, set up once, and it's there for the rest of the school year.